wrong when safety isn't a priority. One particular incident that stands out is the story of a family who narrowly escaped a house fire caused by an electrical malfunction. They had been using an old, frayed cord for their holiday lights, and it sparked a fire that could... Join me as I dive into the wild world of electrical safety and see what happens when I completely ignore the rules. Let's find out if it's as shocking as it sounds. Electrical safety is one of those things we often take for granted until it's too late. We use electricity every day, powering our homes, our gadgets, and our lives, but we rarely think about what could go wrong. The truth is, electrical safety is crucial. A single misstep can lead to serious injury or even death. So, it's essential we're all aware of the risks and take the necessary precautions. There are plenty of situations where electrical safety tends to take a back seat. DIY projects, for instance, can be a breeding ground for electrical mishaps. You might be tempted to bypass safety protocols to save time or money, but that's a gamble you really don't want to take. Outdated wiring is another common issue. Older homes might still be using electrical systems that are decades old, which can be hazardous. Then there are the simple things, like overloading outlets with too many appliances or using damaged cords. These might seem like minor infractions, but they can have serious consequences. Let's look at some real-life examples to drive the point home. There was a case where a homeowner decided to do some DIY electrical work. They didn't quite get it right, and it ended in a fire that destroyed part of their house. Another example is a workplace accident where outdated wiring caused a fatal electrical shock. These incidents aren't just statistics, they're reminders of what can go terribly wrong when safety isn't a priority. One particular incident that stands out is the story of a family who narrowly escaped a house fire caused by an electrical malfunction. They had been using an old, frayed cord for their holiday lights, and it sparked a fire that could have easily spread. Luckily, they caught it in time, but it was a harrowing experience that taught them a valuable lesson about electrical safety. The bottom line is clear: electrical safety isn't something to be taken lightly. Ignoring safety protocols can lead to devastating consequences. So, what can you do to stay safe? Simple things like getting regular electrical inspections, using surge protectors, and being mindful of how you use electricity can make a huge difference. If you've ever had a close call with electrical safety, or if you've got questions about how to stay safe, share your stories or ask away in the comments. And if you're interested in learning more about staying safe, check out our other video on essential safety tips.
Hey there, bright sparks! Welcome back to ElectroTunes CEWP, the channel that keeps your circuits buzzing with knowledge. Today, we're talking about something shocking, literally, electrical safety. Because let's face it, electricity doesn't forgive mistakes. One wrong move and zap. So grab your safety gloves, flip that switch off, and let's get into when sparks fly. Electrical safety tips you can't ignore. Know your power. Electricity is everywhere, lighting our homes, charging our phones, even powering our fridges full of snacks. But here's the thing. Most electrical accidents happen because people underestimate how dangerous it can be. Plugging in too many cords, sparks fly. Rule number 1, respect electricity. Don't overload sockets. If your plug looks like it's hosting a power party, you're doing it wrong. Use a power strip with surge protection. Think of it as a bodyguard for your gadgets. Handle wires like a pro. You've seen those crack cables with exposed wires, right? That's not vintage design, my friend. That's a fire hazard waiting to happen. Always check cords before plugging them in. If you see frays, cuts, or burns, replace them immediately. And please, don't tape over damaged wires. Duct tape can't save you from a short circuit. Sound effect, sizzling noise plus mini explosion boom. Narrator joking? That's not DIY, that's DIY. Why would you do that? Water plus electricity. Water and electricity are like oil and fire. They just don't mix. Never use electrical appliances near sinks, bathtubs, or even wet hands. And if you drop your phone charger in water, don't grab it right away. Unplug it first, dry it completely, then test it safely later. Better yet, replace it. A few dollars for safety is cheaper than a hospital bill. Home safety checkup. Think your home wiring is perfect? Let's test that theory. Ask yourself, are your outlets warm to the touch? Not good. Do your lights flicker often? That's a red flag. Do you hear buzzing from switches? That's your wiring crying for help. If you said yes to any of these, call a licensed electrician. Because no YouTube tutorial can replace professional expertise. Electricians, the real life Avengers against electrical disasters. Preventing fires. Here's a shocking stat. Electrical faults cause thousands of house fires every year. So let's talk prevention. Install smoke detectors in key areas. Never cover cords under rugs, they heat up. Use the right fuse or circuit breaker rating. And hey, unplug what you're not using. Your charger doesn't need to stay plugged in 24/7 like it's on life support. Safety starts with awareness. Teach your kids not to poke things into sockets. Label your circuit breakers so you know what's what. And remember, curiosity might power invention, but safety keeps you alive to invent another day.